Hi, welcome to Ray's Toolbox. We pressure washed the garage this year, and I found out the paint was loose around the door, so I thought I'd pressure wash it, get most of that off. As I was pressure washing this, I noticed the door jamb had started to rot away, so we're going to have to fix that. Let me show you how I'm going to do that. I noticed this was coming apart. I put a screw in there to hold it till I could get to it. I could replace it, but it's in good enough shape, I believe, to reuse again. So, I did get lucky on this door. I found the damage before it got too bad. First thing I did was cleaned it out the best that I could with screwdrivers and putty knives. Got all the rotted material out of there. There's several ways to fix this. I didn't want to replace the entire structure around the door, so I did take some putty, some Bondo type putty, and mixed up a batch, and that's what I used to squeeze into the damaged area. After I had it forced in the best I could with some putty knives, then it was time to let it set up. You first mix this up. It's about the consistency of the slime that the kids used to play with, and then it turns to a jello type consistency before it sets up all the way. So I took a couple of putty knives to build a form to hold it in place as it set up. A good indicator of what's going on is with what you have left. Same batch doing the same thing. It feels warm, so it is setting up, and you can see it's starting to get brittle. So I don't want to move the cutting knives right now because as brittle as this is, it will fall apart right now. So we're going to give it a little bit and let it set up, and we'll be back and take care of it. After a good while, I came back and checked the leftover stuff, and it was set up pretty firm, so I knew it was safe to go ahead and take my putty knives off and start working this stuff. It looked pretty good, felt pretty smooth to the fingers, so I sanded it down with a 80 grit sandpaper just to knock off any of the high edges that I might have missed. To help this stay weather tight, I went ahead and did some caulking around the crack under the brick mold, and then I put the piece back in place and screwed it down tight, and then filled my screw heads up with a little bit of caulking so I can paint it. I painted everything a nice white to match the rest of the garage doors. After all the trim was painted, it looked pretty good, I think. So we have our epoxy all set up. I sanded it smooth and give it a paint job, and went ahead and painted the rest of the trim. So the door looks nice. It's weatherproofed for the winter time. It's ready to go. I have another door that I did this on 5-6 years ago, and it still is in as good a shape as the day I did it. So I have faith in this. It should last quite a while. So if you have a rotted jamb or a window seal or something like that, this is another option on how you can fix it. Thanks for watching. I appreciate your time. And we'll see you on the next video. Subscribe if you haven't. Bye.